Hi, everyone. I want to introduce Gwendolyn. Hi, Gwendolyn. Thank you for being here. So nice to meet you.
Thank you for being here.
And she's all the way from New Zealand. So, what a time difference we have, right?
Yeah.
So, you had a private, distant with reading session.
Yeah.
Um, can you tell us what you experienced? I don't know if you want to talk about on your end when it was happening or just what you experienced when you listened to it.
So, because I didn't tell you what I had, right? So my mom actually found you and she asked me to go ahead with it. And you didn't know it, but actually, like after the death of Angel, which is my cat who you actually got to be in the session with me, I've had a lot of grief around it, and I actually didn't want to live after that. So I was actually suicidal. Like just didn't want to live anymore. But for you to bring her in and whatever she said to me actually saved my life, actually.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about your session because it's what happened, what transpired was pretty like amazing.
It's
And
like whatever you said about me was absolutely right. Like it's like you knew me. Every single thing you said, every single thing. A lot of grief because you mentioned that you felt my heart ache,
oh, so more of the pain that I
all of
felt.
the pain, like emotional pain. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, I did feel the heart. And we also went into the abdomen, your lower back, your neck.
Yeah. That's everything. Because I have chronic pain, but it doesn't really bother me as much as my inner pain. Like the physical pain, really, I don't really mind it.
And
Yeah.
and then it comes to this whole part, which is an emotional healing. So we
Mm.
went from physical to emotional. And how are you feeling today?
Um, I feel that I want to live now because since like I think about 8 years ago, I've always from when I was a child, I always loved animals more than humans, and I felt I could feel their suffering. And then as I got older, so I turned vegan and all that just for the animals. And just watching, knowing that the pain and suffering was existing in this world, sometimes I felt I couldn't do anything, and I just had, just didn't want to live anymore. So you actually saved my life.
You're gonna make me cry.
I can't explain, but after that session, I just felt that I can do something. I just do my part bit by bit, and I will. I just felt this oneness with everything. So I could be a light, even if it's a small one, to help out. Yeah.
Make a difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, that you matter.
Yeah.
Yeah. And whether you matter to humans, whether you matter to pets, we all
Yeah.
need you, right?
Yeah.
So how is your physical symptoms doing?
Physical symptoms still the same, but maybe it's because I don't know, maybe because it doesn't really matter to me, so I didn't. I don't know. I wouldn't understand why, but I'm okay with it. But it's more of like my heart. My heart is healing now.
Maybe when you say this, it's like we heal one thing and then it's
Yeah.
a rippling effect and it just takes time for the rest to catch up.
But I've been extremely tired after that though, until now.
You were extremely tired from the
Yeah.
session.
After the session, yeah.
That can happen because you're
Yeah.
receiving so much healing and
Mm.
energy. And then I get exhausted like that. I'll even have to rest.
Yeah.
But sometimes people feel it for a while because they're continuing to integrate that healing and healing's process. And you had a lot of heaviness. And think like if you said that I didn't want to be here, like
Yeah.
within
And you didn't know that at all because I
no,
didn't mention anything. Yeah.
no. But I did go to the heart and say that.
Yeah, you did.
And I remember them saying also today's your day, everyone else is second. And sometimes you have a hard time with that.
Yeah, yeah.
You don't like focus on you.
No, I have got self-hatred. Yeah. But I'm trying little by little now not to love myself more. Yeah.
That's beautiful. And you felt that love that day.
I did. I felt that God God knew me and like I wasn't alone.
So describe that. Did you feel like you were embraced? Did you
Yeah.
feel, yeah. So when I get embraced, I'll feel like the warmth go through me. What did it feel like to you?
It's joy.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Like it raised your vibration,
Yeah.
right? And then that just was like, oh my gosh, that's so loving, that's so healing and healing the heart too.
Yeah. There was one part of my session that you just suddenly said, "Don't worry about the house." And I don't even think you knew that you said that, but that meant a lot to me
What did it mean?
because we're renting this house, and I really want to stay here forever. Like I want to buy it, but we don't have the means right now. So that was really reassuring.
You know, it's interesting. I re-listened to it today.
Yeah.
And that is one thing that it was like so quick. It came in so quick. Like it wasn't me. And I just kept going on and didn't
I
even
know.
recognize that. I didn't even go
Yeah.
there. So you're so in sync with that because I noticed that today. I go, did I just say that? Like you almost go, what did I just say? Let me rewind.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I didn't. It didn't even, it was like
Because
in,
it
out.
didn't connect.
No, it didn't
Yeah.
connect at all. But
No.
and that's when spirit's speaking through to me the whole time. You can tell the difference.
Mm.
It's like, okay, she just didn't even recognize that or address that. Yeah, I know. That's wonderful. I love that. One of the things that was said to you or shown to you is to
Mm.
take you on a spiritual journey. And when you were in this space, which I had no idea that Angel would show up this way. But Angel shows up first and just pounces into your arms. So when you heard that, did you feel that?
I don't know. I was just crying nonstop.
So
I
you
felt
did, you
everything.
felt
Yeah.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I could feel it. I was like, as I'm witnessing it and going through it, I felt like I wanted to cry, like, oh my gosh, this is true love, like unconditional true love. And then all of a sudden, Angel kind of takes a seat next to you and kind of turns into like being a woman
Yeah.
and said, it is who you think I am. And we've met many, many lives, and our magnetics will always connect no matter where we are in the world. We'll
Mm.
find each other from lifetime to lifetime.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that she's always with you. And then I love the time where you two got to talk. And then when she left, an angel came and sat on your lap.
Yeah. I mean, it's so hard to actually understand all that because we just live in this dimension and it's so hard to comprehend all that. But I felt it. And I don't really have to understand, but I just know that I just knew it. I felt it within me.
You felt it to be truth.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's one of the things that I have written here is like, I know this is really hard for you to understand,
Yeah.
but in this dimension, there's so much more than what we know.
Yeah.
So when you were taken on this spiritual journey and you listened to this, did you feel that you were in a different space, or did you feel like you were just visioning it while you were listening to it? How did that make you feel?
I feel that whenever I need comfort, I just listen to it again and again.
That's
Yeah. So it always feels profound and heavenly. It never gets bored. Like I don't get tired of listening to it ever.
It never loses its essence,
No, it does not.
the power of it.
No.
Yeah, that's what's amazing with it. And you probably hear things the second and third time that you didn't hear the first
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And think about it. If you're healing your heart just keeps expanding, expanding, and expanding. Your mom must be so happy.
Yeah. He asked me to go just for the physical healing because, I mean, nobody could penetrate to my heart and try to make me understand that, yeah,
So this went to a whole nother level for you.
yeah, it did. I mean, I just can't thank you enough, Debra. Like you've helped me so much, because my self-hatred made me, I've only eaten like rice for the last 2 years because I felt I didn't want any nutrition because I didn't feel deserving. If there's so much suffering in the world, I didn't want to have any protein or any vitamins or nutrition. So I just ate rice just to have energy to get along and to survive. But after that session, I started eating like beans and vegetables. So my mom is really, really, really happy.
2 years.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Wow. I got chills with that. Wow.
Yeah. Just for the energy to survive.
I can't imagine what she was going through as a mom, seeing you,
Yeah.
seeing she loved you so much. And so the pain that she was going through. So not only were you healed, she probably was healed too from this. Mm-hmm. Well, I thank your mom for trusting in me. And then who knew? I mean, when I got done with this, I was like, what? And one of the statements you wrote, you go, who are you?
Who are you?
And what a gift you are. I'm blown away. I've been crying all day. And I was like, that's how I felt. I felt it was that profound too.
I mean, it's absolutely crazy. Like I've seen many, so-called psychics or mediums and all that, but n- no one no one comes close to you. It's like, yeah, you just knew me and it was just amazing.
I'm just in awe as you, like, oh my gosh, I wonder what she's going to think about this. So when you wrote this, I was like, yes, she thinks the same. It was beautiful. And yeah, you wrote, it's like you knew the very depth of my being. And God does know that. And he knew exactly what you needed. And I couldn't be more happy and more grateful to hear the words that you said that you're doing, that you want to live.
From that day since I received the recording, that there isn't a day that goes by that I actually don't think of a phrase that you said or sentence that you said. So it kind of just keeps me going. It's like affirmation, it's like my mantra. Yeah. So I don't think thank you are words that are enough actually. Yeah.
Oh, that makes me want to cry again. You're going to get me. After each session, I sit there too with gratitude and just that's how I feel with God. Like, thank you, thank you, thank you for using me.
Yeah.
And it you don't know how to like give that thanks back because it's so much bigger than what we are. And so I'm grateful that you received what God wanted you to receive and that I got to be that instrument for you. And I'm so touched by your words. So touched. And to be able to hear someone say that the words that came through, that's giving you strength and helping you every single day, doesn't get better than that. I wish I could just come through the screen and give you a hug.
You know,
We're
I mean,
so
I can't thank you enough for whatever you've done for me. You're just very wise. Like your voice is always in my head now.
oh, thank you. It's just tapping into that frequency, tapping into the in hearing. But yeah, I feel sometimes after the session I'll be like, what did I say? Like, listen, I had to go through and listen to your session again because they're not my words. Right. So I'm like, what did I all say? And then I did hear that house part. So it's interesting you brought that up.
Yeah.
It is fascinating. And people don't understand until they experience it, how profound these are.
Extremely profound. Just, you can't even understand it or you can't even explain it. I didn't even expect it to be that. There was no expectation, but this was beyond what I thought I would experience. Yeah.
It's beautiful. How is your digestive system working now with food?
I mean, it's always been bad since like I've had it for 8 years, so you've got it right. But right now, seems like I don't. It's better.
Good, good. So it's all like everything's working because they did work in your digestive system too.
Yeah. So I added good stuff like nutrition back into my, so that I can thrive, so that I can, share my life with the people I love.
I didn't know any of this. I didn't know
Yeah,
any,
you didn't know any of this.
I didn't know any of this before. I didn't know anything of this until now. And I'm really kind of speechless right now and overwhelmed. Like, wow.
I mean, it's not something I'm proud of or I tell everyone. You see, it's like a dark secret of mine. It's like self-sabotage. Yeah.
It's good for people to hear this because
Mm.
anybody that is going through this, they know that they matter and they might be able to relate to what you're saying and say
Yeah.
that you can get better and that you do matter and that you are enough and that you are love, right? That love's within you.
Yeah. And after the session, I actually understood that you cannot love without loving yourself as well. So you have to love yourself first, then you can love others. I never really understood that, but after the session, I felt it and I just, yeah. So I'm starting to love myself bit by bit. It's been 3 weeks now. So yeah.
That's beautiful. And you're gaining weight some now, a little bit.
Yeah, I used to be 41. I'm 44 now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. I just felt like I never wanted to eat nutrition because I didn't deserve it. I didn't want to be well. I just wanted to die. So that's why.
and now,
And now I want to have energy. I want to be strong. Yeah.
and you want to live life to the
And I want
fullest,
to live
right?
life. Yeah.
So what's the plans for you in your future? What do you want to do?
Nothing big. I just want to actually grow as a person, like to bring kindness to the people I meet. Just that's just my yeah, I just want to be a better person.
To be able to experience the embrace and the unconditional love of God flow through you and embrace you. Um, I just give gratitude to that. I give gratitude to you. I give gratitude to your mom. Give gratitude to Angel. Like it, I'm just so grateful, and I'm grateful for you for sharing this here today.
No, thank you, Debra, for being you, for being here.
I once felt like you. I once felt like I didn't want to be here, and that's a hard spot to be in. And when we reach to those levels, it's hard to get out that space. So I know what you're talking about. Like for it to be life changing from a session, that it
Mm,
didn't take months and months and months. This happened pretty much instantly for you then.
yeah.
Um, that to me hits me deep within because I know that feeling. And so thank you for saying thank you that I'm here because I feel that this is my mission. This is my duty.